Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Peace and love. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Straight from Ethiopia.
What is the definition?
Definition, royalty, king royalty.
Negus. Could you use it in a sentence?
Kendrick Lamar, by far, realest niggas alive.
Could you repeat the definition?
Description, black emperor, king ruler.
Negus. Negus, Negus.
Hey, Queen, girl, you have done it again. You have made it through another day, despite all the challenges that come your way on a regular basis. And you look good doing it, too. Every day these people will try you, but you've managed to stay grounded and remain focused on your goals and the task at hand. In fact, not only are you surviving, you're thriving. You dream it, you work hard, you grind till you own it, you twirl on those haters. There's nothing that you can't do, you won't do, so keep doing you, boo, because you're simply the best. And you don't have to get your groove back because guess what? You never lost it. Don't wait to exhale. Take a deep breath and remember that you are 100% that cool.
I'm quitting the job. I'm through with it. It's not working. I'm done. I'm washing my nets. The Lord sent me here to tell somebody who is about to give up on something. God said, do not give up on it yet. He is about to do a new thing in your life. Oh my God, I don't know who I'm talking to. Stop washing your nets. You think it's over, but it's not over until God says it's over. Not only is it not over, not only does he want you to go back, but he wants you to go deeper. Launch out into the deep. Are you crazy? I've been out there all night. Ain't nothing out there, Jesus. I tried everything I could with this child, Lord. This child crazy. I can't stand this woman. She ain't got no sense. God said, go deeper. Oh, y'all ain't shouting now. Y'all ain't shouting now. You didn't mind him using your boat, but you don't want to go deeper. This is faith at its apex. To go deeper into something that ain't working. Oh, I knew it was going to get tight in here when I got to that. I don't mind going deeper when it's going good. But I sure don't want to go deeper when it's not going good. I already invested my strength. I invested my energy. I did all I know how to do. The business still went bankrupt. I went down, and now you want me to go deeper? What God has for you is in the deep.
Peace and love.
What God has for you is in the deep. Touch your neighbor and say, what God has for you is in the deep. He is not a shallow God. He is not, I'm going to try this and see if it works God. He's not a God who just sticks his foot in and see what's going to happen. He said, if you're going to get what I have for you, you got to be all in. Slap somebody and say, I'm all in.
That's why I call my thing the marathon. I'm not going to lie and portray this ultimate poise like I've had it figured out. Nah, I just didn't quit. That's the only distinguishing quality from me and probably whoever else going through this or went through this or is going to go through this is that I ain't quit. I went through every emotion. I went through every emotion with trying to pursue what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I think that what gonna separate whoever's going.
There it is, man. We back in here, man. Peace and Love podcast. Had to get the microphones right, man.
Peace and love.
You on there? You on there? Let me see. Hold up. There we go. See?
Mic
There
check.
There we go. Good to go.
I'm in
Mic
this
check.
Mic check. We in there. Okay. One more time, man. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
There it is, man. Peace and love podcast. And we back in here. It's a lovely Monday morning. December. What is it? December the 9th. Again, one of your hosts, man. My name is Emmett. You can follow me at EMCGEEE. Got my co-host in here with me today.
Come on, man. I'm your co-host, bro. You already know where to follow me at, bro. The producer, number 4, personal page.
That's a fact.
Business page, slap it or trash it, man. Hey, we got a special guest in the building right now, man. We got somebody, you know. Hey, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man. Tell the people who you are, bro.
Hey, what's going on, man? This is your boy Xavier repping the West Coast out here. Happy to be with y'all this morning, man.
Appreciate it. We happy to have you here, man. We got the boy Xavier in the building. Can we get
sir.
some more round of applause for my guy Xavier?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So look, this your first time here, bro. So
Yeah.
we gonna start from the top, man. We gonna start all the way from the beginning, man. Where did you grow up at?
Man, so I grew up in this very small town called Blythe, California. Y'all might not even
In
heard
Blythe.
of it before.
I heard of Blythe. I heard of Blythe
Okay,
before.
so
Yeah.
you heard,
I don't
yeah.
know what's out there, but I heard.
Yeah,
of it,
no,
though.
so that's what I'm saying. You don't know what's out there because
Right.
there's not much out there, bro. It's like gas stations. Like I was telling my man earlier, my parents are from Nigeria. So when they get to America, they don't care where they move. They just happy that they in America. So so like desolate small town or nothing, they didn't care. So that's where I grew up, very small town in Blythe, California, bro.
Blythe, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. What was going on in Blythe? Like elementary, junior high. What was it like growing up in Blythe, bro?
Elementary and school, man. It's a very small town, 12,000 people that's infested with drugs. There's 2 prisons out there.
Damn.
Chuckawalla and Ironwood Prison.
That's probably why I heard of Blythe or
they're-
something.
yeah.
Yeah, knowing somebody going to jail, that's a damn shame.
Yeah, so it's way out there in the middle of nowhere. So like, it's a lot of drugs in the town. Not a lot to do, but like, as a kid, you don't really know anything outside of that. So like, we was just playing basketball all summers. Like, it was like 120 in the summer. We just be hooping.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell
Yeah.
to the no.
Yeah.
120 in the summer.
120, yeah. Like I told you, I'm African, so we got that. I could just.
Oh, yeah, you
I
can
get
absorb
with
it.
the heat.
Yeah.
I just absorb
He
the
got
heat.
the
I
melanin,
I
you
go
know
like
what I'm saying?
strength from the heat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all good, bro.
The sun give you the vitamins, right? The vitamin D, right?
All the white people go to the river and stuff in the summer. I kind of fell back from the water activities. I can swim though, but I wasn't really with all the jet skiing and stuff. We just low key, man.
So you play basketball. Did you ever play basketball growing up in
I
high school?
did, but that's the thing. In high school, I was only 5'9". All this height came after the fact. Yeah, my dad's only
Serious?
5'6". Yeah, this.
How
this
the
is-
hell?
Yeah,
What you like? See,
I'm like 6'7" right now.
God
So like once
damn.
the summer after I graduated high school, I pulled up back in my hometown. They was like, "What?" Like, cause I went from 5'9" to 6'4". Now I'm 6'7". So yeah, it was a weird transition.
God damn.
I played ball in high school, but I was like a bench nigga. I was like the 7th man off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like a backup point guard type situation.
Wait, so you didn't shoot up until after high school?
Yeah, after high school. So everybody thinks, "Oh man, you was balling your heart." I was like, "Nah,
Yeah.
bro, this came after the fact. All I wanted to do was music my whole life."
Damn, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's a trip. You know what's so funny about that? Because I was listening to Dennis Rodman's story, bro, and he said the same exact thing. He was short all high school until he got to after he went to jail, came out of jail, he was
Shout out.
giant. Yeah, that's a
shout
trip.
out.
But you said your parents was from Nigeria?
Yeah, Lagos, Nigeria.
What was how did they end up here?
My dad, he came over here. Sound bad. 75. He came over here in 75 with my oldest sister and my mom. They just needed to get out of there. They wanted to like a better chance, a better life, education.
Right.
So my pops pulled up with $300 in his pocket, a pregnant wife, and made it happen.
Damn.
Yeah. So when I be trying to hit him with excuses, he ain't trying to hear it.
Not trying to hear it at all.
He said he had $300
Yeah.
coming from Nigeria to here with a
Yeah.
pregnant wife and made it all happen.
Yeah, made it happen, bro.
That's deep.
That's a damn trip, man.
That's some discipline and some motivation.
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
exactly. So every time I try to holler at him with tell him about how rap's going and the struggles that I go through with that.
Exactly.
He's like, man, you have no idea. I came here, I was black in the 70s with pregnant wife.
Exactly. He don't want to hear none of that.
Yeah, English was his second language. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, man. So many of our brothers and sisters that come from Africa
Yeah.
over to the United
Yeah.
States. It seemed like you guys have a different type of hustle. It
Yeah.
seems like you guys from the household, you know, everything is real tight with the grades.
Yeah.
And it seems like you guys can buckle down and get things done. What is that? Is it something to the way you raised, or what happens?
Yeah, it's kind of like, man, I'd rather get in trouble by my parents than get in trouble by the cops. You know what I'm saying? Or get in trouble by the cops than get in trouble by my parents, because you just got to be like on top of your stuff. Like grades or like a B. If I get a B and I come home with the B, I might as well not even pull up.
I feel
you know
you.
what I'm saying? Like they got we were scared straight from a very young age with like, oh, you need education. So like I went and got my degree at San Diego State, and that was me doing the bare minimum.
Congrats
with my family,
to that,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I use that place as a platform to like grow my music, because in Blythe there's 12,000 people. Like I told you, on that campus there's like 150,000.
So you were conscious of that going to school?
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna go here.
Yeah, I
and
knew exactly what I had to do. I was like, okay, I'll pull up, I'll go to class, and then I'll go to the studio and just literally just post up on campus and try and move these CDs. You know what I'm saying? Move whatever we had, and trying to spread the word.
Let me ask you, bro. Because you say your parents was like real strict on education.
Very
you going
strict.
to school, right? What is there any type of struggle that you have now, knowing that they wanted the education a different route for you versus you doing music?
Yeah, now it's cool because like I did the get a degree thing. You know what I'm saying? There's like, as long as you get a degree, you can do whatever you want. Like, you're gonna have to support yourself like financially and everything, but you can do whatever you want with your life. And so I did that as a I guess the bare minimum, and they support it now. Like now that they see that things are happening, like I got my first song on Netflix. They sing that things are actually happening.
What's up?
I went on my first tour, opening up for SOB for like 19 cities or whatever.
Wow.
So like they see that it's coming to fruition. So like as long as you can show them some like results, then they'll be fine with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't be like, yo, mom, I'm doing all this in rap, and then there's nothing to show for it. You know what I'm saying?
It's nothing to show. Yeah, they want results. If it's no results, then what are you? You're not doing nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand that. That's like how my pops is.
You said your pops don't want no ideas or nothing. You got to come with it moving.
You got to. Pops is like he got to see it. You got to see it to believe it. If it's not doing nothing, it's not bringing you no revenue, no income, then what the hell you doing?
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
That's exactly how pops is. So I can definitely understand that for sure, bro.
How was you able to get it moving, going from go to college, I get my degree, to actually getting paid to do music? You said opening up and all that. What was that interim period? How did you make that happen?
So it was tough. So like I would right when I graduated, even when I was in college, I would work all day, go to college, go to class, whatever, to take the test, study. Then I'd go to work. And then I'd get off work, and then instead of like going to sleep when all the people were studying for the exams, I'd just go to the studio and then wake up, make it happen. So like when I graduated, I was going from 6 to 9 to work, or 9 to 6, and then I go to the studio from like 6 to 1, and then basically just grind all day, bro. Literally, because I had to pay the bills still and still pay rent. It was when I was living in San Diego,
right?
And literally just had to not sleep, print the CDs up ourselves, sell them on campus ourselves. I had homies that were on the San Diego State basketball team. I put them in sweaters with my stuff on it.
Wow.
I had girls. So
you were smart about all this.
Yeah, I was just trying to plant things at the right places. I knew girls at the sorority house, frat house. Hey, CDs, frat house, sorority house. Bump this.
Was you making music catered to people on campus?
No, I was making music like kind of like it's trash compared to the stuff that I make now, but it was just like whatever I was feeling at the time, and I thought it was hot, so I was just treating it like it was the hottest album of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
And trying to put energy behind it. And when people see something moving, with the unit, they're more likely to draw towards it. So I was just trying to build a buzz on campus, essentially, and be that guy on campus. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. And let me ask you this, bro. Did you always been a solo artist?
Yeah, I've always been a solo artist my whole life.
Okay, and where you get your name Xavier from? Is that your birth name?
That's my birth name. I was going by XO before, but then when the weekend popped, every time I would drop something, they'd be like, "Oh, we came here for the weekend online. Like you're trying to use his name and his brand." So I had to repivot everything. I was like, "Man, I ain't no weekend. I'm me."
Right.
Bro. So I just went back to being Xavier, and they always tell me like, "Oh, it's so much harder like to search for your name." I'm like, "But when I pop, if y'all just call me Xavier, that's gonna be everything."
Well, you know that's funny you said that, because when I searched for you on Spotify, it was a lot of Xaviers.
Yeah,
But I found the mixtape cover.
Yeah,
and then that's how I was able to. Okay, this is who it was, but it was kind of hard.
No,
on Spotify.
Exactly. So in order to distinguish that, I've been for the last like 4 or 5 years, the top floor logo, I put it in the bottom right corner of all my artwork. So whenever you see that little triangle, that's our logo, it's tatted on me. Whenever you see that right there, that's when you know it's my record. That's how I had to try to distinguish myself. It's kind of like a timestamp. When you see like the OVO owl, you know it's Drake. So when you see that triangle elevator button, that's me.
That's what he was asking about earlier.
Yeah.
That
Interesting.
What that was the name? Is that your label?
Top Floor Music Group. Yeah, that's me. The homie Satire's on there. You might know him. He's from LA.
Satire.
He's from LA. Derek Pope, he signed to Empire, and then the guy that started, his name is Fareed. He does all the Burners content for Cookies. So it's us. We're all solo artists.
Shout out to Cookies.
And so we've been building that for like 10 years independently.
Okay,
so that thing is real.
Yeah.
It takes 10 years. Most people that's successful in this music thing, they always say, "Hey, it take 10 years to get going."
No, it's been a minute. Like I know I've got a baby face. You guys might not know how old I am. I'm 30. I just turned 30 in February, so we've been building it, and so now it's finally at a point where it's like, okay, we're moving.
It's moving now.
Yeah, we're moving now. Like they all got record deals. I've sat in on those meetings before, and I'm kind of a little hesitant to just, because I see how they just sign and then they just put you like to the side. So like I've been strategically trying to get myself in a position where I'm not just another name on a label.
Do you think you need to sign in today's time?
I don't think so. I think you can build it up the way that you see all these independent artists building it and then going and having leverage. I don't want them to just play me to the left, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing worse than, we signed, then you signed, and then it's just, okay.
You don't hear from them.
Why don't we see you move? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you've seen that firsthand.
Yeah, I've seen it firsthand from my dogs, and I'm like, man, that can't be me. I'd rather wait and do it on my own, even if it takes a little longer than to just be there. And then, because once you're there, bro, it's over with. Like, if you don't pop, it's hard to get a second chance. So exactly. Like, I don't want to throw any other rappers under the bus, but like, for instance, I always ask myself, would I rather be Trinidad James or myself? Somebody that already popped and you already know what to expect for him. Yeah. Opposed to someone that I'm a wild card. You don't know what you're gonna hear when I walk into a room, but you see someone like that and they already kind of typecast you. Not that he hasn't had a successful career, but they already.
We can keep it real. He hasn't had a successful career.
They already labeled you and put you in a box. You know what I'm saying? So I never want to be in any box. The first time I hit him is with the stuff that you're hearing right now. Now I'm just trying to grow that.
Exactly.
And have them hear like a catalog. So I don't want to be that one guy with that one song. That's the worst thing ever you can do is what I imagine, being that one guy with that one song.
Exactly. Let me ask you this, man. I know in the rap thing, it gets frustrating to kind of put something out and make it stick and to make things move. Mm-hmm. In the intro, we heard people. I think even Nipsey, TD Jakes, they both were talking about staying down, not giving up, and kind of keep seeing your way through. I'm sure you had some times where you wanted to quit.
Man.
Can you tell us about some of those times and what kind of kept you focused and kept you moving?
I make sure I talk to my OGs at least like 3-4 times a week. I just gotta highlight them just to tap in and just always get perspective, because like I was my brother's like 7-8 years older than me, so I was the little kid that was always tagging along with the big homies. I was like 10 years old trying to get into stuff that I had no business being into, but their wisdom and like their experiences of life, they always offer perspective. So like whenever I'm feeling like low or down and out, I just holler at my dogs and just gain some perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's never as bad as you think it is. Like to the point where I've got to where all I can do for a living is rap, and it makes the bills are paid. A lot of people never even get to that point, or like I told you I went on tour earlier. A lot of people never even went on a tour, or like having or a Netflix song. I never even. I try not to take those things for granted, even when I know I've come to this game and to this earth for so much more. I just try to at least appreciate where I'm at, because I told you where we came from in this life, and my parents and my family. So I just try to not have excuses and just like gain perspective whenever I'm feeling like, oh man, why is this guy getting this and not me? I try to just keep my head down and have tunnel vision as much as I can.
Peace of love.
What show was your Netflix song on?
It's on this new show called We Are the Wave. It debuted November 1st, so it's still like streaming right now. So
We Are the Wave. Y'all go check out We Are the Wave, man. What episode was it?
It's episode 3 minute 2650.
Hey, man, go.
Yeah, you know,
y'all heard it. Go check it out, man. What song is it?
It's a song that didn't even make the album. It's called Double Up. It's on my Spotify right there. It's a 2-minute song.
Called Double Up.
Yeah, it's called Double Up. Yes, sir.
Ooh, how did that come about? How did the Netflix deal?
Man, my boy hit me. I got a producer from Germany. He hit me. He's like, "Yo, I got this show. Hit me up. They need some like original music." And I was like, "Okay, I've had like these opportunities before. I made the song same day. Didn't think anything of it." He popped up like 4 weeks later, bro. They chose the song. I was like, "What?" They chose the song.
Right.
Like we didn't even put it on the album, but they liked it enough to like put it on the show. So that was just like a big blessing, because you always think about, oh, I want to have something on TV one day. Then when you actually see it, that it's on TV, man,
it's different.
Yeah,
what's the name of the song?
Different. It's called Double Up.
But what made you, if Double Up didn't make the album, what made you send it to them?
No, I don't know. It just had a good energy about it. They're like, we need to sing for like kids doing drugs in the alley, and then so I literally thought of that, and then I just made a song around it.
Got you. Understood. So that makes sense. So growing up in Blythe, right? Because I can't even imagine, like I can't even picture Blythe. I heard of it, but I never been there. If I have been there, I can't recall, right?
Yeah.
What type of music was y'all listening? What was you growing up? What type of music did you grow up on?
I grew up on. Okay, so luckily we had like Napster and everything. So I was really big on T.I. Everything that was going on in the South. I was a big T.I. fan. My favorite rapper growing up was Fabulous. I was a really big Fabulous fan. I had all the throwbacks. Yeah. Everything that was popping out here or in the world. That's what we was on. But T.I., Fabulous, 50 Cent, The Game, everything like that. I was on it. Pac and Big. I knew more Pac and Big than I did like nursery rhymes growing up. Like I was a really big fan of all hip hop.
Give me your top 5 rappers right now.
Top 5 right now, ever or like right now?
Okay,
because it's
different.
Tainted right
It's
now.
a lot different.
Okay, so I tend to think sometimes when people give me your top 5 without the typical rappers that's in the top 5.
Okay. Well, like I said earlier, Fabulous. For me, Freddie Gibbs. That's
okay.
That's my.
That Freddie Gibbs and Madlib album is crazy.
I can't. Grammy now, man. That's
a
joke.
The Grammys don't never get it right. Though,
they don't know what's going on in the streets.
Absolutely. We spoke about that too. The Grammys never get it right, and I think that was one of the greatest hip hop albums from production to bars and everything.
That Palm Olive record.
Crazy.
That Palm Olive record.
Yes, man,
is a
crazy.
Joke. Okay, so who we got? We said
Fabulous, Freddie Gibbs.
Okay, and you said not giving you the typical rappers.
Yeah, not the typical.
Not the typical rappers.
Unless you just have to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I really think Kendrick is that nice.
I'm with you on that.
I really think Kendrick is that nice. Okay, and then we need two more. Okay, I like Andre 3000. I really
3 Stacks. That's his boy. You hit him on
the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Boy right there.
Now most people argue that down because they say Andre don't have no solo projects.
Nah, see, I'm not. It's just his creativity, man.
Exactly.
He's so unique. He's so
3
unique.
Stacks. 3 Stacks is dope, bro. My top 5 is different, but I do think that 3 Stacks is dope. Do I feel like he got enough material? I don't know. Like solo material.
Yeah, I know. I understand what you mean.
I mean, it's a valid argument,
it's right?
But I've never heard him with a bad verse.
Them
ever.
Albums.
No, I'm not gonna say no. He body features. He body.
Yeah, them albums is crazy. Yeah. And then for the 5th rapper, I can't. Man, so I know we can't be typical, but I still bump Pac to this day. Like I be bumping Pac, and I can't say a top 5 without saying his name, man.
Say no more. Easy call.
Easy. That's very easy. And growing up in Palm Springs.
No, he in Blythe.
Blythe.
Now my family's in Palm Springs. Yeah, it's like an hour away. It's like an hour away.
Gotcha.
So like when we want to go to the mall, we got to go there. We had a movie theater in my hometown, bro. Like I'm telling you,
that's crazy.
Man, we had nothing.
No movies.
No movie theaters.
No bowling alley.
No,
nothing. We had a bowling alley, but it shut down. Everything goes out of business. The Kmart they had for electronics just went out of business.
It's not enough people there.
No, it's not enough people there. They just opened up the first dispensary the town's ever seen. So I hope that brings some money to the town. We'll be hoping for it.
God damn.
That's interesting. It's like Fallujah, man.
Now we heard you speak about being independent, seeing some of your boys sign, and then being unhappy with the results.
Yeah.
Is there any granted you're your own man, is there any independent artists that you like to say model your career after, or some of the moves that they made?
Yeah, R.I.P. the late Mac Miller, the way he was moving, the way he was moving when he was with Rostrum. Currency's been the blueprint since like 06,
That's a
man.
fact. Yeah.
Currency's been the blueprint.
That's a fact.
Even the way
Wiz Khalifa was on Rostrum.
Exactly. Wiz Khalifa. Rest in peace to Nipsey. The way that he showed us kind of the independent model. The way he showed us the independent model. So kind of those guys are the people that I've really kind of trying to model myself after, as far as like the way they move with marketing.
I see you got merch and everything.
Yeah, bro. I've moved proudly 52 units of these sweaters by myself so far, bro. I'm trying to run it up at 60 a pop. You know what I'm saying? So So bro, I'm just literally trying to build everything the way that those guys showed us, man, independently. I'm trying to work on like a merch bundle, get some vinyl going with it, like some people stuff that people could buy, because I really believe in this body of work of music. Like, you know how people drop like 4 albums a year. I'm trying to drop this one. I got 3 videos out from it already, so I'm trying to give it like the proper channels, move it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. So it's ways to make money outside of just signing with this label and this label gives me a big check, because I think a lot of up and coming artists don't realize that if you monetize everything and you have your business right, you can make a living off rap, and half of the world probably have no clue of who you are.
Exactly. No,
and that's what a lot of people, I don't think that they understand that independent grind and that independent game. Everybody, it seems like they just plan to get that big record deal, and then once they get that deal, they expect the label
to do everything
for them. And it's like nowadays you don't even need the labels come into play once you already blew up.
Yeah, no,
anyway.
exactly.
So it's not like they really putting any money into you.
Exactly.
No, you already did the groundwork and everything, and then now they come. So could you speak to any other like ways there is to make income off of music outside of just being, I'm just big name rapper?
Yeah, you should take the opportunity to write for other people. That's a big thing. Like definitely try and get your publishing up.
Yeah.
Definitely try to write for other people. Like I was telling you, selling merch.
Yep.
Your YouTube views, Spotify, SoundCloud, make sure you monetize all of that.
Right.
And me, on the side of that, are you familiar? Have you heard of the Bubble Tap trailer?
No.
Okay, so I made an investment in a Bubble Tap trailer. It's basically like a pop-up. It's a pop-up like wine alcohol situation. So it's like these white girls run it. My homegirl I went to college with, she started a business with Lance Bass from NSYNC. You know, like the guy that wanted to be an astronaut or whatever. So it's like basically like a pop-up alcohol bar that people hire for services. So let's say you're having like a baby shower or like a mixer for an event. They'll come and they'll serve alcohol for you. And I don't have to pull up and like serve the alcohol myself. I just buy into the company. So
and they do
and they run it for me, and then I just get the check. So like just like small little investments in things that can make money for you while you're pursuing your passion. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have the income. Like that movie, that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like you got to stay afloat.
I got Rich Dad Poor Dad in my backpack
right now. I'm saying. So you got to find ways to bring the income in. But music wise, publishing, writing for other people, monetizing everything that you have going on.
Yeah. So those other ways. He said to monetize, even writing. I know a lot of people. Sometimes they want to be the performer because they want to be the star. They want to be in front of their camera, but you can definitely make everlasting income,
royalties.
Writing royalties that pay you forever. And some people don't understand that you don't always have to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, exactly. Like
just to get a bag.
Like The Dream. Like remember how he wrote for so many people before he popped up with his own hit. He already had hits.
You Dream. You got Sean. People like Sean Garrett and all of that. Man, they got hits under their belt, bro.
That's
people don't understand.
Not even household names. Not household names to the world, but we know who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then by the time that their hit catches on, then they pop out, I'm The Dream, I'm Sean Garrett, and they have their own hits. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Question: Could you explain to some of it's a lot of independent artists. We see you got your music on Spotify. A lot of people wondering how does that work, and then how do you, as far as the breakdown, because we had an artist on here telling us, okay, you get X amount of streams, you can get this much money per month, you can spread that around. As far as getting everything on the digital platforms, was it difficult for you to do that?
At first it was because you want to make sure that you go with the right one. Some of these people have you like paying a fee to upload your stuff, and I don't think you really ever should, because they take too much of your cut. Like TuneCore, they take a big cut.
So no to TuneCore is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I still have some music on my back catalog back there on the XO profile that I told you about. That I have a song that does like 1.9 million streams on there, but they take too much of a cut.
That's light. Yo, you just do 1.9?
No, I mean, they made me change my name, so I don't even acknowledge that music anymore.
1.9, that's not an easy accomplishment.
No, man, we had to work for that, bro. So you want to make sure that you go with the distribution company that's not taking too much off the top. So now I go with like United Masters.
Okay,
they get it.
United Masters is on. That's Steve Stout, ain't it?
Steve Stout and them,
that's the one that he signed NLE Chopper to.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's
okay, gotcha.
So you go through
United
Masters.
Yeah, so I go through United Masters and Below System Records. I got distribution that's in Netherlands, and I go through United Masters, just depending on whichever one I want to go with. Like for instance, I did the Netflix song with the label in the Netherlands because I'll keep more of the royalties. United Masters might have came and take a piece of that, but I did the album with United Masters because they have the opportunities for sync deals with like the NBA. You guys saw they're doing the NBA 2K
I saw
contract.
him talking about that.
So right now they're gonna announce the winners of that on the 11th. fingers crossed. I got 3 songs in the top 50, so I'm waiting to see.
Crazy.
All it takes is them to choose.
And then your joint will be on the 2. You said 2K.
Yeah, they're gonna update the playlist for the game that's out right now. So they're gonna choose 10. I got 3 in the top 50. I hope my odds are okay.
That's crazy.
We'll find out on the 11th. That's always been a dream of mine. I've been playing 2K since they had Iverson on the cover. You already know.
Fingers crossed for you, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
That's
it.
what's up.
So,
and that's a benefit of linking with a company like
yeah,
United
yeah,
Masters.
exactly. People that have opportunities for you because they not only that, but they do they have a deal with AT&T, the NBA, so you can get that real publishing check. Because if your music plays in an NBA arena, you write down how many people heard it, send it to publishing, boom, it's a check.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and a lot of people don't know how that game works. That's where the money is.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to because that's what you said. Like a lot of people don't know. You can get a bag off of that for sure.
Yeah, everybody thinks that you have to be on the radio to get a bag. No, sir.
Yeah.
You reach out to DJs in different markets. Like, because a lot of those stadiums have DJs that literally just play music for like the in-between timeouts. Tap in with those guys. Reach out to them on social media. Literally, people will write back. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is DJ Khaled. You know what I'm saying? Literally,
right. You
just tap in.
You got
that's a fact.
Yeah,
just tap into different markets.
Hey, that's a damn trip though. Yeah, and like you said, everybody not DJ Khaled, and you may think some people, because I think outside looking in when you're on Instagram, you think, oh, he might DJ here. He DJs at the Laker game and all of this shit. It's hard to get to him. It might not be nobody in his DM.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Nobody probably. Because I couldn't even tell you who DJs the games.
Exactly.
I never even saw what the DJ looked like at an NBA game. So yeah, it might work. Get in this DM. What's up, bro? Can you check this out?
Yeah, no, exactly.
And they go from there. That's a part of that's a part of networking.
Yeah, because now we have the internet. You just make sure you approach them professionally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do the same thing with like bigger YouTube channels as well. Like, yo, can you guys? I see you guys review music. Can you review this album for me? You write to 10 people, one person's gonna say yes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a numbers game.
So it just comes down to you just hustling yourself.
Yeah, because I had a manager up until the point of 2 weeks up before my album was going to drop. Do you know Evan Ross? You know Diana Ross's son, Ashley Simpson?
Yeah,
the actor?
Yeah, the one that was in ATL. So my manager was managing both of us.
Okay.
And then I will keep it a beam with y'all here today. Yeah. So he was managing both of us, and then he literally just ghosted me because old boy didn't like the time that he was spending like working with me. Bro, your mom's Diana Ross. I'm not trying to. I don't worry about what y'all got going on. Y'all can press A. You're already rich. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't even demanding much time, but my manager literally just ghosted me 2 months before this album came out. And so, but my mentality's always been to work like nobody's helping you anyway. So when he dropped me or he went ghost or whatever, it was a seamless transition. I ain't tripped.
So you just kept moving.
Yeah, just kept moving.
So you don't have a manager now?
I don't have a manager. I do not have a manager.
So you haven't saw him since then?
No, he texted me to come to an art show on a Friday. The day that Friday came, I texted him. Never responded. The album release party came and went. All the press that we had to do came and went, and then he popped up like a month after talking about I was lost. I had to find myself. I'm a positive person, so I didn't have any ill will towards him. I was like, man, just good luck on your journey, whatever you got to do. But I can't rock with people.
I'm going my separate way.
I can't rock with people that won't go to war with me and leave you at the critical juncture of the album about to drop. Like, bro, I put in 18 months of work for you to dip right now. Like, nah, come on.
Oh, damn, it took you that long to put into that project.
Yeah, to like come up with something that I like, because I'd like to do like 100 songs and then pick like 9 or 10.
100 songs?
Yeah, just to get like a code, because I still like when albums like feel like an album opposed to just like 9 songs on after each other. So I tried to get the right collective of music together. So it took me a minute.
For me, bro, when you lock into a studio, it's kind of, I don't know, like for me, like, cause you know I'm a producer first, bro.
Yeah.
So being in the studio and you knock out like, let's say we knock out 7 songs fast, right?
Yeah.
It would be so hard for me to create an album because every song that I make, the next day, I don't like it.
You have to wake up the next day and see if you still like it. You do that too.
You gotta do that. You gotta do that. You wake up the next day, no, I don't like that.
Yeah, no,
I done made another 7, another 8. Well, no, I don't like that. Wait another 7, another 8. No, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I probably went through you could probably go through about 70, 80 songs that you don't like.
Yeah, no, exactly, 100%.
Like I don't know. I don't want this on the album.
This
so
line,
I can,
that feel. Mm-hmm.
Right, so I can see how or why a strong work ethic is needed, especially when it comes to making an album or making a dope project, bro. Because it's plenty of songs that we record on a daily basis, but that don't mean hot.
Don't mean that. Don't mean
what's your process? Is it you got to have weed in there? Is it Hennessy? What?
I mean, I try not to depend on anything, but if I can, I would love to have weed in there. I mean, I like to smoke more than I like to eat, to be honest.
What's your favorite weed to smoke?
Man, sativas.
Sativas.
Yeah, I like to go.
Maybe
up.
that's Palm Springs.
I like to go up. So people be like, the indicas and the downers. I like to go up. Like people drink coffee in the morning. I smoke weed in the morning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll smoke before I do anything.
That's fact.
So my process, I like to be alone. You know, people like, oh, the nigga come to the studio, bring 60 niggas. Nah, I be trying to be isolated. No girls, no distractions, nothing. I just go in there and I try to just isolate myself. And people pride themselves on making songs really fast. I like to take as much time as I can.
Yeah.
I like to like maybe take a full day to write like a song. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, if I can.
So you said you had 100 songs. So you was
too.
I write. Like I like freestyle like the vibe or the melody or whatever and get like whatever like how I'm gonna rap it. But like I like to like literally sit there and take time. And even now I know today's songs are short, but I still like to I'll record it fast and I'll still like dissect the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So I'll try to take like a full day with the song.
Yeah, you really sit with it.
Yeah, like because I know some people make my like Young Thug. He said he made like 2 albums in a night. That's very impressive, but that's not how I get.
That's not how you get down.
He probably just knocking out the songs and this on the album, this on the album,
yeah,
this on the album, this on the album.
I've seen like a live recording of like his studio process. He literally just sits in front of the mic and he'll just go line by line. And
crazy.
He's so talented.
Yeah.
I wish I could do stuff like that, but
Right.
I take my time and try to pen up, bar up. Because I'm from like I told you, Fabulous is my favorite rapper. And
so you about the bars and the punches
I'm
and all
about the
that.
bars and still having them. And when the drums hit at the right time, like it's all like timing for me.
Yeah. Have you heard the new Fab album?
I have, and I still haven't finished it yet. But I know there's a lot of auto tune on there. I wanted to hear a little more rapping from him. But I'm not mad at it.
But see, he got to kind of do that song and dance. You know what I'm saying? He went back with the label. He got to do that.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, you had to. On that first song, you said how the top dog become the underdog. I was like, I know how these kids don't even know who you are, bro.
Exactly,
like, it's crazy.
Let me ask you. How do you ever tie in you being from like your background, you being from your parents being from Nigeria?
Yeah.
Do you ever tie that into the music?
So I actually did. I made my first Afro beats cut. So on the album, on this Hackers album, Akon's son produced on that.
Wow.
Yeah, he produced the song of the title track, Hackers actually.
What's Akon's son name?
His name is Ali.
Ali.
Okay.
Yeah,
his oldest son. He goes by the producer name of Wave. So when I went over there after we were done with the album, I was like, man, I don't even want to make no rap today. Let's make some stuff like back home, like that we grew up on. And so we made a cut, and it went hard. Like it's hard. Like it's like I played it for people. They're like, man, it's better than the stuff on your album. I don't know how I really felt about that response, but it's just like it's like a different side of me. They didn't even know like I could make my voice sound like that because I sound like all my uncles.
And how tempting is that? Because you know that Afrobeat is like the new wave right now.
Yeah, I just don't want everyone to get confused because like a lot of these people be taking the Afro like
you see the Drakes and the stuff. People tap in.
I was about to say like they on the wave, but they just on the wave. Like this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't want to just bombard people with it. What I've been trying to do is the song that I told you that people really like. I've been trying to sell it to like a Davido or like one of them bigger WizKid AO artists. I've been trying to sell the song because it'd be too much out of left field to just drop
for you to
just drop it right now. Yeah, but I have it inside of me. So right now, if I got what I think are hits, let me give them to people, help get my name out there because I think I could do that all day.
That's interesting. That's a different way to create some income for yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, you said you made that was your first like Afrobeat type. Have you let anybody hear it?
Yeah, I've let a lot of people hear it.
What about
my investor? I've heard. I let people hear it that help me make decisions.
Okay, what about the people in your hometown? Have you ever? The people back in you said Lagos, Nigeria.
Yeah.
Have you ever been back home and they presented your music? How do they take to it?
My parents, since my parents came over, they haven't went back.
They haven't
went back because it's not like a friendly place. Like my uncle robbed my grandma at gunpoint type situation. Like it's very grimy. AKs on the middle of the freeway. It's like a situation back home. Yeah. So it's real. So it's definitely real. I tap in with them. Like I send them clothes, money, whatever I can. We share music all the time. They send me vibes. I send them vibes.
Yeah.
So they've heard the content of the African music that I have made and they really like it.
Right.
But I haven't been able to go and put my feet on the soil yet. That's one of my biggest goals in life, to where I get to a position where I can go there and move
safely.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have to go touch the people because it's like people can go like, oh, my grandma lives in Georgia. Oh, they just go to Georgia. No, my parents came from Africa, so I really got to make sure I'm protected when we pull up, type situation.
Right. So that's
just like you, bro. You hop off the plane, they know you. You're not. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got a lot of roughness to you. You too. We all three of us look like we've been here for a long time.
So they know you ain't from here.
You'll be a lick right away, bro.
From the beginning,
and nobody, and the cops don't protect you. Like you're not protected over there. Only thing that protects you is money.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you have to have a lot. Other than that,
it's a wrap for you.
Yeah, it's over with.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it like that just in your town or the whole Nigeria?
It's man, I don't want to speak for the whole country, but it's more corrupt than it isn't. Unfortunately.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Well, we hope we can, like you said, the ultimate goal is to be able to have the continent safe and we could go back and just be cool
and just tap in.
You know what I'm saying? We don't got to worry about it. We go and it's all good. But that's on the to-do list. If you will.
That's top on the to-do list, man. I gotta go back.
Absolutely. We spoke about your top 5. We talk about some great rappers. You made mention to your independent grind being something like what Nipsey left behind. Over the past couple of weeks, we've been seeing this cat in the media, man, talking crazy. Just want to get your take on this. Just recently, this brother was talking about another legend.
Oh, I know who you talking about.
First he was talking crazy about
100.
That's a fact. First he was talking crazy about the legend Neighborhood Nip. Now he talking crazy about Biggie, and I don't know how this is gonna work out for him because I don't feel like he can walk on soil in LA right now. And if you're talking about Biggie, it's gonna be real hard to go anywhere on the East Coast talking about Biggie.
Yeah,
I want to get your thoughts on this. Let's play back what Wack 100 had to say about your boy Biggie Smalls. Check this out.
Biggie only had 2 albums.
Listen, Biggie was not a legend at the time when he had 1 album. He died for the second one came out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
At the time Biggie came out, right?
Right.
Biggie was not a legend when it came to music. Now you got to walk with me now. A lot of these teeny boppers,
right?
Now they look up, they see a Biggie movie.
Yeah.
They hear 9
it's
million.
Gonna be a Nip movie.
Look, they hear 9 million rappers dropping Biggie's name.
They dropping Nip name.
They may turn Biggie into that. Biggie been gone 20-something years, right?
Yeah.
At the time of Biggie's demise,
right,
he was not a legend when it came to music.
You are entitled to your opinion, right?
But we talking music.
Yes,
I'm a Biggie fan.
Right.
Can't be a Biggie
Right.
fan
Right.
like
Right.
That, okay, look at Biggie. We look at Pac.
Right.
Look at the bodies of work at the time. They died a year apart.
Yeah. Shoot,
Can't
6 months.
Look, you can't even compare.
Yeah.
Right. We could have rightfully called Tupac
right.
a legend.
Right.
At the time of his death.
Right.
We could have gave him that.
Yeah.
At that very young
and they
age.
gave it to Biggie too.
But I don't know because I really wasn't tracking that because it was other politics going on with that.
I hear you 100%.
But
all right, man. So you kind of get the gist of that.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts and opinions on what Mr. Wack 100 had to say about that, man?
Which amendment is free speech? Which was that the second one?
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm sorry, I don't know my constitution, but I guess he's entitled to his opinion. But that's not it, man. That's not it. We us three in this room, we know that Biggie's a legend.
Yeah.
I guess words and terms mean something different to everybody else.
Exactly.
But to me, what that man did on the mic.
Yeah. How would you define a legend? What is a legend to you, being a hip hop artist and an entrepreneur?
A legend to me is just something a person whose name carries weight and lives on past his existence on this earth. So whether that's financial or just what you mean to your community. If people are talking about you after you're gone, then you're a legend.
I feel you.
So you would say Nipsey is a legend,
bro? Easily
the great.
Bro,
great.
I don't even want to. I can't say that's disrespectful because that's his opinion, but I just completely disagree. I'd say I disagree with all my heart, body, and soul about that Biggie comment.
I'm with you on that. The same thing. That's a goddamn trip, man.
Yeah. So you feel like it's not about. It ain't just about numbers. It's about influence. And
no, you've been a legend. Hell no, it's not about just. I think it's more about everything else outside of numbers. If you ask my opinion, it's about because you can sell shit all day long. Mm-hmm. You can sell out shows, you can sell platinum albums and this and that, but what is your real impact on the people, or how did you influence the people to, Because I don't. Because for me, when I see Nip was a legend just based on how he motivated the people. based on him doing what he's doing, you're able to look at him and mimic him, and that to be your standard of success.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Right, and I just think that a lot of people didn't get to see what he was doing, but I think us in LA, we already knew.
Yeah.
We would, because the stories right here, we seen it. We've been playing his music. We've been listening to his stuff. So it wasn't so crazy for us. But I think for the world and people that was outside of him, they didn't really get to understand and really get to see.
And when he passed, that's when you saw the impact of how he was received across the universe.
Exactly.
Man.
So that let you know just within itself how he was received, what type of person he is.
Exactly.
You know. So I just feel like anybody that can say Nipsey is not a legend, I feel that they sound like they want to be in his position.
I just don't.
Straight up.
I just think it's not. I don't think it's fair to speak on people after they're not here to defend themselves.
I totally agree with you on that. That's the part about the, you know, I don't understand, but I don't know if they asking him these questions and he just answering them, or who bringing up the subject or what.
Yeah.
But I totally agree with you on that. I'm not with speaking on nobody that can't defend themselves. That don't make no sense.
Especially when I've heard the Game album, he's dedicated a couple songs to Nipsey. So what is that situation?
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
And it was crazy. Him and Wack just sat down together and did another interview somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, how can you even sit next? I understand that he his own man.
Yeah.
He got his own opinions, but it's like something happened to bro, right? And God forbid, something happened to him and somebody else is here. I can't let you talk bad about this man.
No,
and I'm
exactly.
sitting down and it's like, oh, well, that ain't my opinion. It don't work like that. Like, I don't understand on no level how that works. So it's real sticky. Seems like a lot of people doing stuff for clout.
Yeah,
you know
that's what I'm
saying,
man. I want to know what you guys think. I ask myself this: is the internet done more good or bad for our generation, or just for the world? Like I want to say good a lot because it brings people together, but then I see things like we were talking about off camera about that TikTok challenge.
Yeah.
When old boy died and you see people doing seizures, I'm like, man,
That's a fact.
I don't know sometimes, man. People saying things like that for
Yeah.
like attention.
For clicks.
Like I don't know. I be playing.
But in the same breath,
you got it. That's a damn good question, bro. I feel like I can't necessarily. I don't know, but I will say that I think the internet is a gift and a curse.
Yeah, exactly. Double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword, man. And when it work on both sides, bro. When it's on the bad side, it's ugly.
Yeah.
And when it's on the good side, it's good. Like, for instance, you got somebody like Soulja Boy. He made he bubbled off the internet.
Yeah.
And blew up, and look where he is today. He at the top.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But then you also got shit like the Juice WRLD passing, and you got people online making TikTok videos making fun of this kid death like this shit is funny.
Yeah, or like when, for instance, like I saw the live video of, I don't know, did you ever see the footage of when Triple X got shot, and instead of calling the ambulance,
somebody was recording the video?
Yeah, they just started recording and bleeding out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in like instance like that, that's like a very human moment where like a normal person, you call the cops, bro. You like call the ambulance, anybody to bring this man help. Instead, they was like, oh, that's Triple X. He got shot. Let me get it on my Snapchat instead of saving this man's life.
They turn people into robots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy, bro.
The internet, it made everybody insensitive.
Yeah, very insensitive.
You know what? But you had to see it coming. Look how many gruesome videos now today you can go see on the internet. After watching it and watching it and watching it, people get desensitized. Damn, goddamn. But people, they get used to it, and it becomes a norm. And then now you see stuff like the first thing they do. God forbid. I hope I don't drown around all these goddamn, especially this new generation of people. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'm gonna drown, and they gonna record me and watch me drown before they ask for some goddamn help.
Before you help you.
They gonna call for help once I'm already dead.
Yeah.
The video is over. Yeah, post the video. Let me see the video. Wow. And that's crazy. But I don't know, man, because it also made the generation too. You gotta see it to believe it. So if it's not a video out, nobody hears it, believes it, thinks it's true, or none of the above. And so. Did it do more damage? I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have to say yeah, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to say yeah, it did more damage, only because of the simple fact that it brings, if it's not doing damage, it can bring you money, and money is the root to all evil, bro. So I'm gonna be, it probably did more damage than.
Then good at the end of the day. Like we think about like the good thing it could do, like connect the people all across the world, like chatting with people, or like for tech companies that need to work remotely or whatever the stuff. All that stuff is positive, but when you see kids getting like bullied and stuff online and stuff, and like they go to school and they end their lives or whatever, just like I don't mean to be so morbid and dark, but I just like think about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the both sides of the sword, man.
I'm glad you touched. Let me ask you: do you think is online bullying is a real thing to you? You think
it is? Because unfortunately, with so much access to the internet, people don't really socialize anymore. So like they get their social comfort from going online and talking to people. So like, say for instance, the kid that only has friends online, if that's the only place he can go to talk to people, and the only place he goes to talk to people, he gets bullied. It's a real thing. Like I know you could just say, "Oh, just turn off the computer, you won't get bullied," but that's like the social norm. I know all these, like my nephews, all these kids, all they do all day they're online playing Fortnite or whatever.
Right.
That's like the new kick it spot. Like we used to go to the park and hoop or whatever and be there. So like if you got bullied at the park and you had to deal with it right there. Now you go online and then some white kid, little Timmy, calls you the N-word, and then you're dealing with that, or like you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like the new hangout spot is not necessarily outside or at the park. It's online in these chat rooms. So the bullying is real. I know you could just literally pull the cord on it, but that's where everybody's at now, and nobody really wants to be left out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got a point, man. Nobody put it that way, like, because when you say that's the new hangout spot, because when I see it, I'm like, what you mean you get online bully? Fool, log off. You're not required.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Right, you're not required to have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. No, whatever social media platform you got, Twitter, you're not required to have that to live your life.
That's what you're saying, that it's not a requirement, but it's an option. And a kid you shouldn't feel like I can't go out here and play online if I'm gonna be bullied.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. You saying it's not a requirement. I feel that. You saying just turn it off, go do something else. But you saying, hey, a kid should be able to go in here without getting bullied.
Without having to deal with
I got
that.
you.
But even past that, he really saying it made me it kind of click, like that is the new hangout spot.
Exactly. Yeah, that's like the new kick it spot.
Like this is what. You know,
like when we used to go get like chase girls when we was younger, we'd go like to the park or to like where the movie theater. Or now
but they chasing girls online.
That's where they're like
online. There's like Amazon replaced the mall. Like people ain't going. Oh, I just order and bring it to me. Like we used to go to the mall, check for sizes that I know ain't gonna fit me. But you just there just to tap in with girls, see the homies, see a movie, whatever. Just get into whatever trouble you can. Now it's just you go online. Oh, I'll order this. I don't need to go to the mall. It'll become to me. Mom, what's your credit card? Da, da, da.
So yeah, the internet's it fucked up some shit.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you.
Hell yeah.
We was in here talking about this the other day. It's impossible to talk about rap, bars, and all that without talking about producers. We understand in hip hop, a huge part of the process is the producer.
Yeah.
Is the beat you gonna rap on.
I care about producers more than I care about artists.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Could you give us some of your favorite producers, some producers that influenced you, maybe some producers you want to work with?
Probably
also?
dogs that I work with right now, man. Cypress he's on the album. Beat Boy, that's the first dude that brought me to a studio. Shout out to Beat Boy. It was just his birthday yesterday.
Shout out to Beat Boy.
My boy Ali, Akon's son, he's nice, man. Just dudes that I work with.
Shout out to B-Boy. Shout out to Ali. What's the first one name again? You said?
Cypress Moreno.
Shout out to I think I've seen Cypress.
Yeah, you know Cypress.
I may have seen Cypress Moreno.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
know
sure,
him. Yeah, he from out here. He just did that Red Bull music show. He brought out Bino, everybody pulled up. Yeah,
okay.
Bino Rideau, all them. Yeah, Blast, everybody. Chris O'Bannon. Yeah, my dog's out in Berlin. His name's Don Alfonso. People I work with, I'm really inspired by, but like the.
Well, you say he in Berlin?
Yeah, the dude that brought me that Netflix placement. Yeah, his name's Don Alfonso. Yeah,
Don Alfonso.
Damn, he tapped into Berlin.
That's crazy.
South Carolina, my producer named Young Aries. He's like coming up with the Jets and Made It. He's from that little camp, you know what I'm saying? The dude that makes the babies beats.
Yeah.
So like established bigger producers that I really like. Man, I used to listen to like Just Blaze and all them growing up, but now it's like I like Weezy. He's really dope. Weezy out of here. That dude's dope.
Yeah.
Metro Boomin's
last
crazy.
joint Weezy did is Gunna. He did Hot.
Yeah, bro, those trumpets, that's like the crazy beat I've heard in a very long time, bro.
That's fact.
ATL, them producers got that sound. I'm trying to think. Yeah, just all the dudes I named. I would love to work with legends like Dr. Dre and stuff like that, but I don't even know if they're in the lab anymore, to be honest. They counting so much money that.
You don't think they're in the lab?
I mean, he probably in the lab, but I don't know. I don't know if he's working with unsigned artists anymore. He probably at the point where he just, if they're hot, bring them. If they're not, I don't want to see them. You know what I'm saying?
You never know, man.
Yeah, no, that's what I aspired to.
Crazy.
Kanye before he lost his mind. His
Kanye for sure.
Before he lost his mind, I seen my boy looking like a 10.
Bro, yeah, I was just saying.
The hell he doing? Spray painting it? What's up with the Wizard of Oz head ass? What's wrong with him?
And I don't mean no disrespect to the legends, but dog. If I'm your friends or anything, I'm not letting y'all leave the crib like that. So I don't care how much money we got. Like,
he ain't got no. He got yes men around.
Yeah, he ain't got no. He ain't got the same niggas that was with him from the jump.
That's a fact. You know he got the Kardashians around him, bro. That's a TV show.
He got them white
all
people.
day.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
But you know what's so crazy? Some of that shit obviously is working for the man.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So when it's working for him, how do the people next to him convince this man not to do it
when it's working? Exactly. But working is based on perspective,
it's
right?
a loose term. It's a very loose term because it's working because I guess they're still making money and he's still in the news. But like, man, if
working,
I take integrity over anything at the end of the day.
But see, they don't think that way. Obviously, they
don't think like that.
Once you touch, I mean, I can only say I've never touched that much paper in my life that they've spent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But integrity matters. Because at the end of the day, it's come to the point now where if he died tomorrow, what would you say about him? Because like 10 years ago, you would be like, "Oh man, he's this crazy legendary artist, and he changed the music." But today, what would you say? And I'm not saying that I would speak ill on him,
exactly.
But the conversation changed from where it was like 7, 8 years ago.
Has he left at this point?
Because now, because you just seen Buddy with the MAGA doing yes sir to like Trump in the White House, and that's the same dude that gave you through the wire. So which story are you gonna tell? So like the integrity part still should matter.
It's kind of shaky.
Yeah, it's shaky because if Jay-Z passed away, it would be one conscious thought: the Godfather of rap, businessman, good guy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if someone like Kanye passed away now with all of his antics, I know he's touched a lot of money and it's working, but the integrity is
messed up.
Kind of out the window sometimes on some of the things that he's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that, man. I don't know what the hell happened to Kanye. I know he went totally against everything he said in some of his earlier music.
But he did everything he said in some of his other music. Like in Gold Digger, he did the exact thing he said in that song.
That's what I'm saying. He went against.
No, I'm talking about in Gold Digger. He did what he said he was gonna do.
What did he say?
Get on, leave your girl for a white girl and all that. He did the same thing.
But he was supposed that
he was making fun of the guy.
Of people doing that. That's why I said he went against what he was saying.
Exactly.
So
that's
like,
a fact.
Man,
that's a fact.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't. I'm not gonna speak on nobody because, like you said, I've never touched that amount of money either. So I don't know what the hell will happen if I touch that amount of money. I pray to God that I will be the same
person.
I know I won't be exactly the same because I can't be the same because I got too much money now. So I can't do
exactly
broke nigga shit all the time.
But you ain't gonna leave the house painted silver, right?
No, hell no. Unless I was a 10 man in the movie, I'm really playing the Wiz or something. I'm not doing that, man. Yeah, they spray painted him. He looking silly, bit like a cantaloupe. I'm gonna like foil around him.
Now,
aluminum, yay.
Talking hip hop.
What's up with him?
Producing, we got to get to samples, right? Yeah. Now, one of the greatest, Kanye. Another producer that's a heavy hitter is the boy Pharrell. We talked about Pharrell and the Neptunes. Bro actually had him listed as the greatest producer of all time, right? Now we know
so. Rap,
and that's arguable. You know what I'm saying? I could give you that. I could argue with you with that. But we saw Pharrell had this big mix-up with the Marvin Gaye family over that huge record, Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines. We know it broke so many records. Think it sold like 32 million. It was crazy.
Yeah,
made a bunch of money. The Marvin Gaye family. We know they don't play with samples, so you can't sample no Marvin Gaye. If you do, his family is coming after you.
Yeah,
they want 100%.
Man, so they lost the lawsuit. Pharrell felt some type of way. He sat down with Rick Rubin and had that conversation.
Pharrell lost it.
Pharrell lost the lawsuit. Him and Robin Thicke lost the lawsuit.
Did they had to pay up?
They had to pay up, right?
How much?
I think it was in the. I don't know. Don't misquote me. I'll look for it, but in the millions. He recently sat down with GQ,
bicycle shorts,
with Rick Rubin.
Okay,
Rick Rubin was the co-founder of Def Jam.
Figures.
In this interview, he's talking about the situation. The Marvin Gaye family heard about the interview, went back to court and sued this man for perjury based on what he said in the interview. So he just got sued for another $3.5 million. So for all the producers, if you producing, don't mess with no Marvin Gaye, bro. Leave it alone.
Don't mess with Marvin.
He got sued again for perjury after doing an interview. Like, come on, man. That's crazy.
That's absurd.
That's absurd.
That's unprecedented. I've never even heard of that.
And what's crazy, Zeus World, we know Juice World had that big situation with Sting.
Yeah.
He lost 90% of his funds.
Did he?
90%. Sting said, I want 90% of the record.
Oh, man.
So if you producing, if you can't play the part back, just try to stay away from sampling.
Oh, bro, and when I'm talking to my producers, I say first thing, bro, we going for sync checks, we going for license checks, we trying to blow these records up. No samples on none of these records.
Yeah, because
no
that'll
samples.
stop that.
Yeah, that'll stop that. Yeah, we ain't trying to.
They can block the whole play.
Yeah, bro, we ain't got the money right now. We don't got the money to clear those samples. We ain't paying $250,000.
That's crazy. And I feel like a lot of these acts, these old classic rock,
they coming out the woodwork.
They just sitting back looking at these young black kids, and then when there's the money there, they jumping on it. Yeah, so 100%. It's like you got to be careful, man.
I feel like, man, what they also have to understand too. You can sue all these young artists, but keep in mind these young artists do not have to sample your music to make a hit.
No, exactly.
Trust and believe. All you got people, you got Xavier and everybody else don't need to take no samples. So I feel like sometimes the elders, they have to humble themselves too.
Yeah, no, exactly. They're keeping your music alive.
Come on, man. We keeping your music alive. You still gonna eat anyway. I can understand if a man say, you took my whole, you took my whole joint and redid it. Okay, you ain't even say half. You ain't
get 10%, 8%.
You ain't say 10. You ain't say none of that.
90? Did you write the lyrics?
90 is what I mean. You asking for everything I don't know. I just don't understand it. But I get it. If you feel like somebody using your music and taking your likeness and you want your money off of it, that's how business works. But morally, come on, man.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I wish they could come down to a smaller percentage. But now I just try to tell producers that I work with just avoid it if possible. Just avoid samples. Let's make original. Have somebody come sample us later. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Make something dope.
Lil Bibby was Juice WRLD was Lil Bibby artist too, I think.
Was he?
Yeah, Lil Bibby was tied into Juice WRLD. He had something to do with it. Lil Bibby.
I know Lil Bibby. He from Chicago, right?
Chicago, yeah. That's him and G Herbo boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think if I'm not mistaken, Lil Bibby has something to do with the whole Juice WRLD situation. That's why you haven't seen him doing a rapping and a lot of that.
Oh,
shit.
okay, got you.
Yeah,
man, that Juice WRLD situation is very unfortunate. Too many young, super talented artists. Man.
I was telling my homies the other day, man, like I never saw this generation right here lost so many goddamn rappers. It's not even funny, Like I don't understand what the hell it's called. I don't get it.
Yeah,
like,
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't understand what's going on.
And then and it's so sad to see. You see people like Triple X, he lost his life. You see other rappers lost their life, and then I get to wake up and see, goddamn, George Zimmerman is suing Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, man.
He walking around scot free.
Scot free, bro.
Scot free, and then you killing. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know. I try. No, trust me. I can't wrap my head around it either, bro. It's a conundrum that I probably never understand.
Yeah.
We know that the world's not fair, and I try to just move accordingly, bro. Because like stuff like that, if you sit there and think about it, it can depress you. Like you know what I'm saying? Because like it's like why us? Why not him? Why is he free? Why like innocent people? Why are bad things? Like I don't know. I try not to even get there, bro. That's probably why I smoke so much. Just to focus on the positive.
On the Juice WRLD thing, I don't know if you guys know, man, his security guard is now in custody. When he passed away at the airport, they had to go through all the luggage.
Yeah.
And they found 70 pounds of weed in his bag.
On a bag or a private jet or a jet or something like that?
All the luggage that they had. They had pounds, they had a bunch of lean and all that. So it's unfortunate that the brother had to pass away. And then now the police is on top of all of that, and somebody gonna go to jail for that, man. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
So rappers, we all like to smoke weed and things like that, but when you moving around, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Any advice for the rappers? Because independent artists looking at you, they hearing you got your merch on, you got your stuff on Spotify, you giving them really good advice. Any more advice as to like traveling? We saw what happened to ASAP. We seen what happened to all these rappers. They go in places and they get tight. They get caught up.
Just move.
How do you move? Because you said you smoke. I'm sorry to keep.
No. It's all good, bro.
How do you handle that when you're traveling?
So like I told you, we went on tour. We had to go across like 7 different state lines. Definitely don't travel with a large amount. If you need to smoke, just smoke whatever you smoke in that city, and then be done with it right then. Because bro, the cops pick you up, they're not treating you like you in California.
So by the time you guys get on the road, y'all done with all the weed.
No, it's already
gone.
done with. We'll pick it up at the venue. Whoever like the fans want to bring it to us, we'll smoke it there, smoke it with them, take some pictures, and then we're done with it. We're not taking more. We're not having more weed than we could smoke in that amount of time because it's just not worth it. Jail time or whatever, or anything like that. Anything that deters from from upward progress. So at the end of the day, don't be a slave to any substance. You know what I'm saying? Do it in moderation. And when it comes to all like the lean and the pills and all that stuff, it's no good for you. We don't really need that in our bodies. All these chemicals that were man-made. You know what I'm saying? Smoke green is from the earth.
That's it.
And just have fun have fun, bro.
Hell yeah. I feel like we took a lot of different turns on this interview, man.
And it's just good topics, man. Good people. Good people.
Got some really good music. Could you let the people know where to find all your stuff and anything else you want to lead the people with?
Okay.
And any projects coming out, all of that, man.
You can follow me on social media at Xavier Top Floor. All my music is on Spotify, Apple Music. Check out that new single, Double Up. It's on We Are The Wave right now, airing on episode 3, man. Check that out. It's my first song on TV. I got my next show coming up confirmed February 18th. I'll be performing at Payday LA at the Regent. Shout out to El Prez and Chuck Dizzle for putting me on that. Make sure you tap in 2020. You're gonna hear a lot from me, man.
Man, we trying to pull up to that show, man. Document that for sure.
Oh yeah, please pull up, man. Please pull up.
And I guess anything else you want to lead the people with, man? Anything else?
Life is short, man. Just have fun. Life's too short not to do anything crazy. So make sure you're going for everything that you want to do in this life because it's short and it's not promised. So go for it and don't let nobody tell you nothing.
I feel that.
Right.
What you got for the people, man?
I just want to piggyback off what he said. Don't be a slave to any substance, bro. Like, do not let a substance be a slave to. You don't even got to be a goddamn rapper. If you sitting at home and you don't have a job and you're trying to find a job, then you might have to stop smoking weed so you can pass the piss test.
100%.
You got to get the paper first. So don't be a slave to no substance, bro.
That's fact.
Period, point blank.
And lastly, man, we're going to go out on this Schemes. Could you introduce this for the people, man?
Hey, yeah, this is Schemes right here, produced by my boy Cypress Moreno, featuring my dog Triz from the IE.
There it is, man. Peace and Love Podcast. We see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Y'all be good, man. God is good.
Triz,
y'all tap in.
Wait a minute.
That's the same cat we was talking about.
Is that the same?
I don't really say much, I just peep shit. One look, turn a nerd to a freak, bitch. X-Men, but the hoes call me Cyclops. Dark shades, yeah, nigga need the eye drops. We don't like cops, yeah. Keep it lit up like a light shot. Fresh Prince, all I'm missing is a high top. They know that we good with the banks. These niggas switch, then we send to the planks. Talk ain't the crew, but we don't go to lengths. Put in my time till my name with the Hanks. Back in my city, it feel like November. Whenever I pull up, they giving me thanks. Every day, shit is feeling like a loop. Pull up in a coupe, go to war with the troops. Songs for the suit, take a loss and recoup. They tell her throw it up like I'm Moss in the youth, yeah. No sleep, we be creeping through the late night. Real shit, couldn't tell you what a break like. Cut the brake lights, bake to the cake right. Middle finger to the face, keep the gang tight. Schemes and the plots, I'ma get rich off of things I forgot. Came with a little, but we leave with a lot. Came with a little, but we leave with a lot. Niggas schemes and the plots.
I'ma be what I wanna be and do what I wanna do. See what I wanna see and move how I wanna move. Why would a fine ass bitch, you got an attitude, bad news. Everybody think you mad rude. Peace and love, peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love.